It is that time of the year. It is year ends, it's weddings, it's barbecues, it's braais, so many functions and so many opportunities for us to actually meet with people, have conversations, and build genuine connections. Now, I know that for so many of us, these moments actually tend to be cringe. You're like, oh, I don't enjoy seeing so many people. I don't enjoy chit chatting, making conversations, sometimes coming across as though it's a little bit fake. I'd rather have genuine conversations. I want to tell you about how I have completely changed my mind about the way that I show up at functions, at events, at weddings, where I have the opportunity to actually build a meaningful connection with someone. You know, over the years, especially in my coaching business, over the years, I have seen how people have completely transformed their lives, their careers, and some of the opportunities that have come their way. Not because they got another degree, not because of new experience, not because of new knowledge or anything, but it is purely because of the people that they knew. One thing is for sure, and that is opportunities come from people above your degree, above your CV, above your social media following, or whatever it is, opportunities will come from people. It's people who will call you and say, hey, there's this new job that's out. I think you should apply for it. It's people who will call you and say, that issue that you were talking about with that supplier or that customer, here is someone who can help you with it. It's people who will say, there's this project that is coming up, and I think that your business or your skill set could actually be a great fit for this project. And so opportunities come from people. When we see that, we actually realize just the importance of really building genuine connections when we meet up with people. And just to share with you some of the things that I have observed, I know someone who got a secondment opportunity to go to London for 2 years from a conversation that they had with someone at a function 6 months prior to that. I know someone who has changed industries. Okay, they wanted to be in a completely different industry and they changed industries because of a conversation that they had with someone at a work function. I know people who have gone into deals together, into projects together because of conversations that they've had at braais. So one thing I can tell you is to never underestimate the rooms that you are in. Don't think that it will only be that big conference or that big, fancy, glamorous event where you will meet people who will open doors for you. You actually don't even know who you're really speaking to. I myself have been to a women's function. I recall a few months ago, I went to a women's function and I was having just a genuine conversation with the lady next to me. And we're talking about our passions, talking about the things that we do. And we exchanged contact. A week later, she reached out to me for my coaching services. But I didn't realize just how big her business was. I did not realize the magnitude. I mean, she spoke about her passion, and that was, I thought it was incredible. I shared my passion. And the opportunity that came from there was it was massive. And on top of that, she didn't ask for any proposals. She didn't ask me to jump through any hoops. If anything, she was just like, this is what I'd like for us to do. And what are you quoting me on it? She she didn't make me jump through hoops, and it really is because of the conversation that we had. Now I want to share with you three mistakes that I find that so many of us make during this time. You know, the festive season, we're all talking, we're winding down, and we're sharing a whole bunch of things. Now there are three mistakes that I've seen so many of us make, and sometimes it actually messes up the potential connections that we can make. The first one is to constantly moan and complain about how much you hate your job, how much you hate your team, how much your job, or rather, how much your boss sucks. In the moment, right? Sometimes it feels like such a relief, and if everyone else is also talking about it, it also feels like, oh, we're bonding here, we all get each other, and we're just complaining about our boss, we're complaining about our jobs, oh, we hate it so much, oh, it's this, it's that. And we're so glad that it is festive season. We're so glad that it's time for us to relax. Now, the thing with that is that while we're complaining with a whole bunch of people, we're probably laughing. We are laughing, we're hitting our hands, we're hitting each other on the back. Ah, ha, 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 yes, that team sucks. Ah, ha, ha, yes, this boss sucks, etc. Okay, so now it is 3 months from that conversation where we're trauma bonding and just bashing everything about our work. And an opportunity comes up. And this friend of yours, this person that you met, or someone who was in that conversation who heard you complaining like that, this opportunity comes up. Do you think that they're thinking, let me put so and so forward? Absolutely not. Even if they were laughing with you in the moment, even if you thought that, no, man, of course I wasn't being serious, of course I would work hard, of course I'm not lazy, of course I don't hate my bosses, etc. The thing is, people would take things at face value, especially people who don't know you. And so when these opportunities come up, they're a bit nervous to put you forward because they're thinking, for a person who hates their boss, maybe you're not going to get along with these new stakeholders. For a person who's quite lazy, or for a person who hates their work, hates their job, hates their team, everything is just horrendous, maybe you're not going to be the best fit for this opportunity. And just like that, an opportunity can actually pass you by. And so instead of complaining about how terrible everything is, one thing that you could say is that, you know what, it's been such a challenging year, but something that I'm so proud of is the project that I landed in August. Or, you know what, this year has been so intense, so I am looking forward to next year. I'm really looking forward to some of the projects that we have in the pipeline. I'm looking forward to working on that, working with new people, and seeing how that's actually going to progress. So you're not lying, but you're actually speaking about your efforts and your work and your boss, your team, in a positive light, because it actually leaves a bad taste in people's mouths when you just bash everything about your work, including your job, even if they are toxic. Mistake number 2, and that is staying in your corner with the people that you already know. This is whether you're going to a wedding, a work function, year-end function, Christmas party, braais, barbecues. During this time of year, it is festive and there are so many parties happening. Now, it does feel safe, it does feel comfortable to just be with the people that you came with, be with the people that you already know, be with the people that you always hang out with. But chances are you're going to have the same conversations. It's going to be the same perspectives. It's going to be the same ideas, the same complaining, the same dreams, or whatever it is that people have been talking about forever and not done anything about. That's all it's going to be. And it's just a loop. If you think about so many of the braais or the barbecues, the events and stuff that you've been to with your friends, you can probably, even ahead of it, you can probably say, oh, we're probably going to talk about XYZ. We're probably going to laugh at this. We're probably going to, butt heads on Y, because that's what's always happening. It's almost so predictable. And so to interrupt that pattern, for you to think differently, to see differently, to be open to different opportunities, you need to speak to different people. If it's at a work function, look out for someone who is not in your team, someone who is maybe not even in your department. Speak to them. You never know the opportunities that might come from that. I know of people, or a person who worked in one department, they had conversations with someone else in a different department. When they wanted to move departments, they see who was literally put to the top of the pile, because it's like, oh, so and so, I know them. I met them at that event. Not necessarily we're just going to give them the role, but can you see how it's just certain benefits that come your way purely because you were able to open yourself and speak to other people. And sometimes we're feeling awkward or feeling nervous. We don't want to have these little chit chats and these little conversations. But know that probably a big majority of all the other people at that event or that function are also feeling nervous. They're also not trying to just speak to just anyone. And so for someone to show genuine interest in them, in their work, in their department, in the thing that they do, it's actually appreciated and it's welcomed. So when you're at that work function, when you're at that wedding, when you're at that bride, that barbecue, aim to make at least 3 new genuine connections. Ask about what they're excited about next year. Ask about a highlight of theirs from this year. Ask about how they came about to being at this event. Ask about, just their plans and stuff. When you show genuine interest in other people, they actually appreciate it. I always say, be interested before you are interesting. So ask questions rather than think to yourself, what am I supposed to say so that I can come across as super interesting? Mistake number 3. Now you have been out there, you are making new connections, you're speaking to people, you're not complaining or centering your conversation just around trauma bonding. You are not just complaining about everything. Mistake number 3 is not following up. So we had this great conversation, we had this great moment, and that is it. That is it. There's no message afterwards. There's no follow-up. It was so great meeting you. And what you mentioned about productivity, I think it is so powerful, and this is something I'd like to implement. Keep well, and I wish you all the best for next year. Just simple things like that. Whether it is the LinkedIn, especially for more professional engagements, or if you do happen to exchange numbers, follow up with them, touch base with them, make that person realize that it wasn't just a contact that was exchanged, it was a genuine connection that was ignited. And I genuinely want to keep this conversation going. And so when you reach out to them, reference something that you spoke about so that they can remember, oh, it's Vanessa. It's that Vanessa from this bride that I went to last week. Ah, yes, this is who it is. And if you can reference something from the conversation, make it something that they were passionate about, something that they mentioned. It could be even as silly as next month or next week is my dog's birthday. And you're like, hey, I'm just here to wish your dog Pluto a happy birthday. People appreciate that because then you're making them feel seen, you're making them feel so acknowledged, and you're making them see that you were present in the conversation. So you're not just here to see what you can get out from them, but you're actually here to build a genuine relationship. So follow up. And so, in closing, what I can tell you is that your technical skills, that will get you in the room. Okay, your technical skills can get you the interview, it can get you the phone call, it can get you the meeting, it can get you in the room. But if you truly want to show your value, shift the room, and take advantage of so many opportunities and doors that could open up for you, you need to be able to communicate. Saying that I want my name to be mentioned in rooms that I'm not in. The person who's going to mention it, they need to have a relationship with you. And so you need to actually speak to people, and you need to speak to different people. Your ability to articulate yourself, to articulate your knowledge, to articulate your value, that is what will set you apart. That is what will really grow that foundation that is just your technical knowledge. And so take the advantage. December, festive period, wedding season, it is full of these moments. It's full of moments where you can actually build genuine connections. So don't underestimate the rooms that you're in. Don't underestimate the people that you have the opportunity to meet. Take advantage of it and build genuine connections. Remember, be interested before you are interesting. If you're watching this and you're thinking, Vanessa, I freeze at functions, I freeze at events, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to start a conversation, I don't know how to speak with people, I feel socially awkward, I don't even know if what I'm saying is important, I don't know if I'm confident enough to go up to people and actually speak to them, then I want you to join the You Belong Speakers Club. The link is in the description box below. Now, this club is all about learning how to speak. It is your speaking ground. Okay, so we practice, get feedback, and practice some more until you get it right. It costs 650 Rand a month. We meet twice a month live virtually. We have weekly challenges. We have a community. You bring your presentations, you bring your interviews, you bring your questions about all these functions, about small talk, about conversations, about building connections, and we work on it until you are comfortable, until you are walking into these rooms knowing that you absolutely belong and you are walking in with presence, not with anxiety. I hope to see you inside the club. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. Until next time, bye bye.